Welcome to Reddit Reads. Remember to subscribe for more great stories. Original post. Title: My wife cheated with her coworker and I got the ultimate revenge. Hey Reddit, this is going to be a long one, so buckle up. I need to get this off my chest and I could use some advice on what to do next. My 35M wife, 32F, let's call her Sarah, and I have been married for 10 years. We have two beautiful kids, a lovely home, and a seemingly perfect life. But as you've probably guessed from the title, things aren't as they seem. Sarah has always been very career-driven. She works in marketing and has always been ambitious, often working late or traveling for business. I've always supported her because I believe in her and her dreams. I've been doing my part too, balancing my job with household chores and being a present father to our kids. About 6 months ago, Sarah started acting differently. She became more distant, was glued to her phone, and seemed to always have an excuse to avoid intimacy. I chalked it up to work stress, but something in my gut told me it was more than that. One night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I glanced over and saw a message from someone named Mike. The preview read, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow." My heart sank. I knew Mike. He was her coworker. They'd been working closely on a big project for the past year. I had no reason to suspect anything until now. The next day, I decided to investigate further. I took a day off work and followed her. Sure enough, she met up with Mike at a cafe, and they were way too comfortable with each other. My suspicions were confirmed when I saw them kiss before parting ways. I was devastated. I confronted Sarah that night, and she broke down, admitting to the affair. She begged for forgiveness, saying it was a mistake and that she loved me and our family. She promised to end it and wanted to go to therapy to fix our marriage. I was torn. I loved her, but the betrayal was too much. I couldn't just let it go. I told her I needed time to think and asked her to sleep in the guest room. Update: 1 month later. Hey Reddit, thanks for all the support and advice on my previous post. It's been a whirlwind month and I wanted to share what's happened since. After that night, Sarah and I decided to start therapy. She seemed genuinely remorseful and committed to fixing things. However, the trust was broken, and I couldn't shake the images of her with Mike. During one of our sessions, our therapist suggested a temporary separation to give us both space to heal and reflect. I agreed, and Sarah moved in with her sister. The kids were confused, but we explained it as mom and dad needing some time to work on things. Now, here's where the revenge part comes in. As I was packing her things, I stumbled upon an old USB drive in her drawer. Out of curiosity, I plugged it into my laptop. It was full of work documents, but one folder caught my eye. It was labeled Personal. Inside, I found a bunch of photos and videos of Sarah and Mike, spanning over the last year. My anger reignited. I knew I had to do something, not out of spite, but because she needed to face the consequences of her actions. I reached out to a lawyer friend and explained the situation. He advised me on the legalities, and we came up with a plan. I compiled all the evidence and drafted a letter to Sarah's HR department, outlining her inappropriate relationship with Mike. I made sure to include the photos and videos as proof. I knew this would likely ruin her career, but at that point, I didn't care. She had betrayed me and jeopardized our family. She needed to face the fallout of her choices. 2 weeks later, I got a call from Sarah, sobbing uncontrollably. She had been fired, and Mike was under investigation. Apparently, their company had a strict no fraternization policy, and they took these things seriously. She was devastated, not just because of the job, but because her reputation in the industry was tarnished. She came home that night, and we had a long, painful conversation. She asked if we could still work things out, but I told her I didn't see a future for us anymore. The betrayal was too deep, and I couldn't get past it. We're now in the process of getting a divorce. It's heartbreaking, but I know it's the right thing for me and the kids. I've been focusing on being the best dad I can be, and rebuilding my life. Update 6 months later. Hey Reddit, it's been 6 months since my last update, and I wanted to share how things have progressed. The divorce was finalized last month. It was amicable, and we both agreed to joint custody of the kids. They're handling it surprisingly well, and we're doing our best to keep things stable for them. Sarah has been trying to rebuild her career. She's doing freelance work now, and while it's not the same as her previous job, she's managing. We're civil, but I keep our interactions strictly about the kids. As for me, I've been focusing on my personal growth. I started working out, picked up some old hobbies, and even started dating again. It's been refreshing to rediscover myself outside of the marriage. One unexpected twist. Mike's wife reached out to me. Turns out, she had no idea about the affair until the investigation at their company came to light. We've become friends, bonding over our shared experience. It's nice to have someone who truly understands what I went through. I've learned a lot from this whole ordeal. It's been painful, but I've come out stronger and more resilient. If there's one piece of advice I can give anyone going through something similar, it's to trust your instincts and stand up for yourself. You deserve honesty and respect in any relationship. Thanks again, Reddit, for all the support. This community has been a lifeline during the toughest time of my life. TLDR. Wife cheated with her coworker. I found out, got evidence, and reported them to her HR. She lost her job, we're getting divorced, and I'm rebuilding my life. Want more Reddit stories? Subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks for watching.